Ooh, it's time for this week's top flat Earth charts. Can't wait. Before we sit down and enjoy Nathan Oakley's top 3 globe Earth fails, I think we need to thank my patrons. With massive thanks to all my patrons, including new patrons Cheesemondo, Brian A. Reid, Mr. Bozohead, Svein Arngrimsson, Thomas B, Andy Woods, Glenn Chapman and Dark Saber, and my very newest patrons Chris Holmes, Crafty Keeler, William Schofield and Nell Pinion. Thank you all so very much. So Nathan, you're going to regale us with the top 3 globe Earth fails. This should be really, really good. I hope that they're good fails, otherwise I may have to respond with the top 3 flat Earth fails. Roll VT. Oh, this is exciting. Mr. Nathan Mute Swan Oakley, tell us the top 3.
Well, how about gas pressure without...
Let's remember
Hold on. Hold on. There's a top 3. Right, this is the top 3. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, for God's sake.
And at number 3, it's Coriolis effect. If Earth's spinning, there must be a deviation, and there isn't.
Yes there is. The fact that hurricanes rotate is literally caused by Coriolis. And what's interesting is the hurricanes in the northern hemisphere rotate in the opposite direction to the hurricanes in the southern hemisphere. So I think your number 3 should be removed from the list.
Dun 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 dun. And in at number 2, it's gas pressure without a container. If the sky was a vacuum, the gas we're breathing would fill the space.
We have an atmospheric gradient, Mr. Oakley, that's gradually fading away until it reaches the 10 to the negative 17 torr of space. What is next to that? Well, not the pressure at sea level, not the pressure a couple of 100 feet up, or the pressure at the top of Everest, or the height of an aircraft. It's getting lower and lower and lower and lower until there is no atmosphere. So there is no point that there is a pressurised atmosphere next to the vacuum of space. But you knew that, didn't you? But also, have a look at this. This is the inside of the Compass-Taconic fusion reactor. The reactor consists of a torus, a donut if you like, of very, very strong and carefully placed electromagnets. They are containing that ring of ionised gas. Outside of that ring of ionised gas is nothing. It is a vacuum. There is no walled container keeping that gas in place. That is gas pressure in a vacuum. The container is a magnetic field. Container, if you like, for Earth's atmosphere is the gravitational field. Well, that's 2 out of your top 3 globe Earth fails that turned out to be failures themselves, Mr. Oakley. I hope your last one's a doozy.
Dun 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 dun. And in at number 1, a new entry. It's the Black Swan. If the Earth is a sphere with a radius of 3959 miles, then every distance to horizon must be no more than 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet.
Oh dear, you don't even know what you said.
The Black Swan shows a distance to horizon way in excess of 10 miles. Therefore, the Earth is not a sphere. Dun 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 dun.
3 fails in a row, Mr. Oakley. You said that if the Earth is a sphere, radius 3959, then the distance to the horizon must be no more than 1.22 miles times the square root of the observer's height in feet. What it actually is, the distance to the geometric horizon is 1.22 miles times the square root of the observer's height in feet. And you then go on to talk about this black swan and a 10-mile distance. That's not the geometric distance, because a geometric distance would never ever change. And yet you look at that black swan day to day, the apparent horizon has changed, apparently. That's 3 fails in a row. I think we need a top 3 flat earth fails.
Right, this is the top 3. Dun 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 dun. And at number 3, it's
the fact that boats do disappear over horizons, which is totally against the flat earth, and claiming some lame-arse, misguided misunderstanding of perspective is not an answer. It's a mere hand wave.
Dun 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 dun. And in at number 2, it's
the total inability of flat earthers to be able to explain how the sun at dusk and dawn can light the underside of clouds, bearing in mind that the sun is higher above a flat earth.
Dun 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 dun. And in at number 1, a new entry.
It's the physical impossibility of 2 points of star rotation above a flat earth. And yet in the north we see the stars rotating around Polaris, and in the south we see the stars rotating roughly around Sigma Octantis. And yet there is no explanation from flat earthers. Maybe, Mr. Mute Swan Oakley, you could explain it to us. No? Well, perhaps Mitch in Australia. Mitch, have you got an explanation for 2 rotation points in the sky?
Because I don't have an explanation for 2 rotation points in the sky. I don't have an explanation for 2 rotation points in the sky. I don't have an explanation for 2 rotation points in the sky.
I don't have an explanation for 2 rotation points in the sky.
That was apparently where Mitch smashed me in the debate about star rotation. It will never get old. So, Mr. Oakley, those are the top 3 flat earth fails. I would like to see explanations for each and every one of them. Actually, I'd like to see an explanation for any one of them.
We're celebrating, we're so confident now, and we're so happy. We have a reason to be happy, and that's one thing that they don't want. They don't want happy flat earthers knowing what they're talking about.
Well, I don't know if I want a happy flat earther knowing what he's talking about or not, because I've never ever met one. I hope you've all enjoyed this. Look forward to seeing you again. Until next time, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.